is about well-drained soil. What is it? Why is it? What is it for? So I had a request to do a video. So let's get started. So well-drained soil. It's all about drainage for plants. Some plants, their roots, they don't like to be sitting in wet soil constantly. They like to have a drink, yes, most people, but they don't like their roots to be soaking all the time. And for those plants, it's detrimental for them. They kind of drown, if you like, and then they wither and die. So when you get a plant from the garden centre or wherever, and on the label it says well-drained soil, basically what it's saying to you is to keep, when you're planting, is to put stones, dig deep enough so that you can put some stones and then put your soil and then put your plant. And it's really as simple as that. Now, depending on where you live, what area, or the soil type in where you live. So in the UK here we're clay based. In the summer the clay is going to be quite dry, so it's not going to be waterlogged. But in the winter, that's rainy season, that's when you're going to have waterlogging, and that's when the roots are going to suffer mostly. So those are the times that you're trying to look after your plant, because you can often think, oh, but it's not raining. It's not raining in the summer, so everything's really dry. But it's the wet times that you need to care for your plant, because even when it's sleeping, it still needs looking after. So if you're potting up a plant in a pot, then you've got a solid pot, no holes. So then what you need to do is make sure that you have stones in the bottom. You see that? Stones. Give it a good inch of stones, and then put your soil, and then pop your plant in, and that will ensure that if you maybe overwater your plant, the excess water is going to sit in those stones, and the soil is not going to remain really wet and soggy for the roots then to become too wet and soggy and then disease your plant or kill your plant. And the same principle really is the same in the garden. So you're going to dig your hole. Here's one I've done earlier. Right, so here's a hole I've dug earlier. I'm going to be planting up this really beautiful lavender. I love this dark purple. It's really beautiful. I've given the plant a drink, and as you'll notice, where I've dug the hole is quite deep compared to the pot. If I put that in there now, can you see? There's my soil line. It's going to be covered. No good, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck in some stones. You can use anything you want in the garden. You can go out and buy pea shingle, pea gravel, 10mm, 20mm, doesn't matter. So I'm just using these because I've got them hanging about. So I'm going to pop those in. Well drained. This is very well drained. Lavenders hate their roots being wet, as do lupins and other plants like that. That's lovely. That there is lovely. There's a good few stones in there. Can you see my plant is still a little bit low? I'm now going to chuck in some of my compost. Spread that around. Set there. I'm going to hold my pot. Get my thumb and forefinger around that. Squeeze the pot out till it slips. It's nice and wet where I've literally just given it water. I'm going to plant that back there because these will grow bigger. So if I plant it too close to the edge of my border, what's going to happen is when it gets bigger, it's going to be over on my lawn. Okay. I'm going to put the remainder of that compost in there. Tuck it around there, like that. I've got my soil here, which is pretty good as well. Pretty good soil there. Backfill that. nice and snug in there. Push that down. Some more soil in there. There we go. Break down any big bits that you've got. It's all compacting under the ground. And there we go. We have one happy lavender, and that's going to thrive now, because in the winter, where I've got clay soil, in the winter it's going to sit nice and dry, and in the summer it's going to love it as well because it's going to get watered. So that is well drained soil. So that question was asked from Francis. I hope that answers your question for you, Francis. And for anyone else who is wondering what well-drained soil is, that's the answer to your question. Nice and simple and easy. So yeah, get in your gravels or your broken crockery, whatever you need to put down there in your soil, and your plants will be well away to having really fabulous times, like being out, isn't it? Thanks for watching Life as a Gardener. Bye. Welcome, garden lovers. Today I'm going to do a video on well-drained soil. So yes, someone's requested, so I'm going to fulfill the request. So if any of you've got any requests, feel free to ask, and I'll do your videos. So well-drained soil, what is it? What it is, really, what it says it is, it's soil that allows drainage. So some plants, they don't like their roots to be sitting in water, and if your area is clay based, then come the winter you're going to have very wet soil. The clay gets really wet when it's raining, and in the summer it becomes very dry. So your plants are happy in the summer because it's dry, and those plants need it. Bollocks.